Tommy Daniels coming to you on this Tuesday afternoon, and a very happy one indeed, because we won our third ECHL Player of the Week award. Jesse Mitchin, Joseph Garefa, and now add to the list, Corey Mackin. Congratulations, buddy. What a week for you last week.
Yeah, thank you. It worked out. 4 wins too. It was a big week.
Yeah, and I know you said in your quote for our press release, it was all about the guys coming together, as a team, played well. It wasn't easy. I mean, you look at those 4 wins, but how many of those wins do we have to come from behind to win the game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last game on Sunday, we went down pretty early, and I mean, a lot of the guys, like even in the locker room, like we were all pretty positive. Like we stayed up, we knew what we had to do, and I think a lot of the guys showed up this weekend, and it was fun. It was actually really fun to be a part of.
Yeah, even I'm up in the broadcast booth watching, and I never felt like we were going to lose those games. I always felt at some point, and there were some pretty dramatic goals. Obviously, you had the game winner the one night. Asachuk had a big day, on Sunday, and you could tell, Jared Van Warmer, who really wanted to come back and have a big game. No, he did score a couple goals, but you saw his frustration at the end of the game. Took his stick and just smashed it on the boards and. I know it was big for him coming back here, wanted this team to do well, and they had been playing well until they ran into us.
Yeah. It was a tough weekend though. Like the games were like battles. It was actually very physical games. All 4 of them were. It was just a really big battle, and I think just we ended up coming out on top, which is huge.
40 points for you. You've been pretty much in the top 10 in scoring all year. As we talked about this morning, you're not far away from career highs in both goals and points. Why has it worked out so well for you this year in Allen?
I'm not sure. I'm playing with obviously really good players. So far I've been on some pretty good lines. Marty's given me some pretty good opportunities. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just chips are falling into place. It's my second year, playing a little bit more confident for sure. Just kind of knew what to expect this year. So just probably playing a little more confident, I would say.
Tell us about the Mackin Maniacs. Yeah, I mean, I've never met a guy who had a bigger fan club and following than you. And this started from day one, hearing from all these people. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I kind of have to give the credit to my parents. They kind of put everything together. They basically, I would just say, hold the fort down. They're very fun people to hang out with. So basically, they always invite people over for our games. Obviously, when I was in Reading, they were able to bring people to our games. So that was a plus. And then, so right now, it's basically a party every time we have a game over at my house in Philadelphia, just watching, cheering on the Americans. And they always have a good time. So it's a lot of fun. I know my mom and my dad have a lot of fun with it. And they're definitely the leaders of the Maniacs.
Oh, I hear from them all. Believe you me, it's great. I love it. How tough has that been for you this year? Corey playing away from home as close as you are with your family, being, obviously a 4-hour plane ride away. How tough has that been on you?
It's difficult. It's a lot different. Usually, I mean, obviously I've been away my whole career, and then last year being pretty close, it was nice being able to see them all the time, being able to run into them, just being able to talk to them just in person. Obviously we're still on the phone with each other. So this year is definitely a little bit different. Obviously lockdown, a little bit different, but I mean, everyone's dealing with stuff. So I can't complain too much.
This is Corey Mackin, the ECHL Player of the Week. So did they have a good time in Texas? What were their thoughts, their first impressions on being in Dallas Cowboy country?
Well, we didn't see too many Cowboys when we were out, or when they were out. So that's always a plus. But yeah, they love the area. They had a lot of fun here. They love coming out here. So they're obviously planning some more trips. So it should be interesting, but hopefully a little loose next time, but we'll see. But yeah, they have a lot of fun out here. They enjoy it.
Talk about growing up in Philadelphia. Who were your childhood heroes? Were you, was it more Eagles, 76ers, Flyers, Phillies?
It's Eagles. I think it's Eagles every time. I love Brian Dawkins growing up. I love watching him play defense. Passion he brought to the game was incredible. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, so he was probably our main. And then growing up, I was always a big hockey fan. So I mean, Claude Giroux, he's still playing obviously, but yeah, even he was still fun to watch even when he was young. Other than that, just right now it's just the process with the 76ers. I'm a big Philly sports fan, so kind of pay attention to all the four major sports, and just kind of hope they do well.
What will be the next Philadelphia sports team to win a championship?
Oh, it'll be this year. It'll be the Philadelphia 76ers this year with Joel Embiid winning the MVP.
There you go. Look at that. Talking, who knows? We might have an MVP in the ECHL right here. What a year Corey Mackin's having. Couple more things for you. Fans always like to know superstitions. Is there anything, you don't seem like a superstitious guy, but is there anything that we would be shocked to know that you do on a game day?
I actually I'm a pretty superstitious guy. I was a lot worse in juniors, but just like I usually sit in like the same seat when I'm eating my breakfast, and then like I'll switch seats when I'm eating my pregame meal. So I sit on the left and then right side, and then I always like put my clothes on the right way. Like all preparation is basically I try and do it the same, just to get in good habits. So it's basically everything I do on game day, I try and do the same thing every game day.
Food? What's your food of choice? I know
it's pasta with chicken, and then red sauce as well. And I make it, so I just make it here. So it's pretty simple. But it's usually the same exact meal every time. And then usually the same cup of water as well.
So you're a cook then? You're a good chef.
I don't know if I can label myself a good chef, but I'm getting better at it. I keep trying. Sometimes try some new things. So it's a work in progress in the kitchen for me. I'm getting better.
Well, keep it up. I mean, you got plenty of time this year during the pandemic to hang out and try all kinds of new recipes, huh?
Yeah, exactly. There's not too much going out, so a lot of cooking. So kind of getting that done, and trying to spice some things up every now and then.
Well, I know you got a lot of friends and family to send a shout out to, so the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Well, just thank you to my parents, my mom and dad. They're always on me every day. They're always supporting me every day. So I definitely want to thank them. My brother, my two sisters, they're always reaching out, always making sure I'm doing well, always making sure I'm okay mentally. So that they help a ton. My girlfriend JC, she supports me every day. So she's a huge help throughout the season. Especially, I wish she was here, but obviously under the circumstances, we'll kind of see what we can do.
Yeah.
But other than that, just thanks to all the fans out there supporting us and supporting the team.
Favorite nickname for you? Is there a good one? I mean, Maurice, my broadcast partner, he loves mac and cheese.
I know.
Like Big Mac.
I see the mac and cheese. I see the Big Mac. Magic Mac has been said before. Scory has been said before. So there's actually a bunch of nicknames. I think they're all pretty good. I think they're all pretty funny. So I like mixing it up though. You don't have to have the same name every time. So it's pretty funny.
Absolutely. You've been great to have here this year, Corey. Congratulations on winning Player of the Week. You could have had that honor a few different times, but this was your week. And let's go to Rapid City and get 6 more points.
Definitely. That's the plan. Thanks.
All right. Corey Mackin, the ECHL Player of the Week on Around the ECHL.